Today we're going to use tissue paper and art supplies you have around to make some colorful, fun backgrounds. So we are going to start by making the white resist part. And where is my Le Pen? So to start this, you need stencils because I'm going to make patterns onto white resist patterns. So I have a whole bunch of different stencils we can use. You need something to make you need tissue paper. So this is super cheap tissue paper by the ream. It does feel like there's a coated side and a flat side. I may try to use the flat side because the coated side would maybe resist more. But I know that once I get started, I'm not going to care. And then a whole bunch of stencils. So I'm going to make all different patterns to use. Okay, so that's the first part. Second part is to find something to make the resist. So mostly I'm using art products, but I also want to try a couple, and that seems like it didn't stay sticky, a couple of pieces of, this is drywall binding tape. I just saw this on the shelf and I thought, ooh, that could be fun to try. So that's our first one. So we have one, yay, one. So what you want to do next is find anything that you have. So I have Ranger texture paste, I have Eyes Ink texture paste, I have ceramic stucco, acrylic paint in Winsor Newton, acrylic paint, distress paint. This is Eyes Ink Ice, which is a glaze effect. This is Pearly, which is a, it's a texture paste. So go get some kind of texture paint, something like that. And then this is going to be great YouTube video because we're going to do white on white. But I am going to write on each one what we used. So let's do flaky texture on this one. And I'm just going to get me I bought a whole bunch of palette knives. Oh, I see them. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to put flaky texture on here. And I do not want this all over. So I'm going to put this on. And we're going to do flaky texture with more than one kind, with more than one stencil. And I'm going to put this on here, just here and there. Okay, so there is flaky texture. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this when it's wet, but we'll be able to see it once we do the colorful part. Don't want to waste that texture paint. Oh, see, we got a bunch off. Okay, this one I have to wash. And let's pick one more stencil to do flaky on. Let's do this one. Ooh, see? We get a little bit of that, just a hint of that pattern. So this is flaky texture. Now we will move on to our next kind of resist. All right, let's use Ranger texture paste. Now this is a translucent texture paste. I have other kind of texture pastes that are not translucent. And let's maybe think about wiping this off, so we don't have flaky all over everything. Okay, good. Transparent gloss. This is Ranger Transparent Gloss Texture Paste. You don't need to have any of these kind of texture pastes. You can use whatever you want. So let's do some triangles. I'm going to get a glob. And then I'm just going to go over here. Over here, and then this one you won't be able to see at all. All right, there we go. So we have triangles. That one is very wet. So some of your mediums that you use are going to be very wet, and some of them aren't going to be as wet. All right, the nice thing about this Ranger texture paste is I can use a much more fine stencil. It is very loosey-goosey, and so I can make circles that are super small, where with some of the other texture pastes or some of the other products we're going to use, we probably couldn't make this small a circle. And I'm just going to be using this up wherever I can on this stencil. Now, anytime you use texture paste, you're going to want to really wash your stencil off good. Soak it in water, clean it up. Next, we're going to use Winsor & Newton Titanium White. This is kind of a heavy body paint compared to some of the things that I use. So I feel like it's going to be stiff enough. I have concerns about using the Distress paint. I think it's kind of thin, and we may have a hard time getting it to, I think you want a thicker acrylic paint for this process. Ooh. That goes on nicely. Okay, let's see what that did. Ooh, nice. So the good thing about this is you can use any of your stuff. You don't have to have what I have. Winsor & Newton paint, and then whatever stencils you have too. I think her love of circles, she may be the only one who loves circles as much as I love circles. And I am making these paints for my new black journal, which is going to be way more of a collage, mixed media kind of situation than just like magazine collage, which is what I do sometimes too. Okay, so Winsor & Newton, and we got the reverse, doing the reverse onto here. Okay, next is ceramic stucco. I don't think, ooh, is this new? No, I don't think this is new. Ooh, this might be new. It's new. Okay, so this would be called modeling paste, right? So if you have modeling paste around your house, that would probably work. You might even be able to use spackle from your garage. I don't know, but it would be worth a try. I am willing to try anything because it's just a piece of tissue paper, right? Like, I'm not doing anything super exciting here. I'm just using a piece of tissue paper, and this is a Seth Apter stencil. I'm just using a piece of tissue paper to do a little experiment, and so don't get super precious with your stuff and think you can't try things, because it doesn't really matter. Oh, I think I got that all over. Okay, hold on. See what's going on. Oh, I did get this on another piece of paper, another 2 pieces of paper. Oh my goodness. That's okay. Here we go. Let's put Seth over here. We'll just keep doing this. Okay, so that's our stucco ones. Then we have one down here that's totally covered in stucco. Let's just toss that one. Next, we are going to go with, fall over. So I know that I like the pearly, so I'm going to do that one last because I'm going to do it on the most of them. So this is Zinc Ice. This is a glaze, and I am going to kind of wipe this off so I don't get the stucco in stuff, so it doesn't get stuccoed. Get it? Never mind. You think it's easy being this cheesy? Oh, that was way too aggressive. This stencil may not be great for this project. Some stencils work better for some projects, and some stencils work better for other projects. And the reason I say this may not be great for this project is there's an awful lot of open space in this stencil, but that looks really wicked cool. Whereas, you know, a stencil with a small, we're going to start in the middle and work out this time because I can learn things. A stencil with smaller openings would, maybe the stencil would be more hardy for this, using my spatula on it. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, this is Ice Ink Ice. Let's do one more Ice Ink Ice. I have, oh, let's try this one. This is a very hard, this is a hardy stencil. We're gonna do this up here. Boop. People ask why I shake, and it's because I work on the computer all day, and I make art the rest of the time. So my wrists are pretty, how can we say it, angry. They're mad at me. All right, there we go. Let's flip this. Put a little over here and get some down here. All right, there we go. I'll get some on that paper. Okay, and we are definitely gonna have to wash all of these stencils, right? Because otherwise we're gonna wind up with a total mess. All right, I got some more of my bigger stencils out to do the, because I really like the Ice Ink Pearly. So let me show you this, and then I'm gonna do a bunch of them without you. I know, I craft without you. But this is a shiny texture paste, which makes me so happy. And it has a little, to me this feels like, especially compared to the ice that we just did, this has a little bit, a tiny bit of a feel of ivory. Ooh, look at that. This is an Elizabeth St. Hilaire. Very bougie name. But she makes stencils for joggles. I'll make sure to put a link to that down below. But I love, 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 love her stencils. Okay. And maybe do one more on this corner. Oh, because I'm not making a background. I'm trying to make supplies for my mixed media or my collage so that I can make, kind of pull this apart and put it in my black journal. So that is the Ice Ink Pearly. I am going to do a whole bunch of these and I will be back. I just wanted to pop in while I was working on this one. This is the kind of stencil I like because I can do one paper with this part of it, right? And it's going to look totally different than if I do one paper with this part of it. And then if I wanted to do these kind of little circly bits, it's another one. So if you're on a budget, spring for this kind of stencil that has lots of different little areas on it, or like the Seth Apter one I did before, it's called an ATC stencil, where he had 9 different cards, like different patterns on it, because you can get so much more out of a stencil like this than just one that circles or something like that. Okay, so here are the supplies for the second half of this project. I last time did this on a big old cookie sheet and a lot of the paper stuck, and Sandy said, why don't you use wax paper? And I thought, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. I'm not going to do it on the cookie sheet. I bought my husband these non-stick pans for his birthday or Christmas. So I'm going to have one pan that's going to be like the cools and one pan that's going to be the warms. We've got all our papers that we did yesterday. These you do want to be, as Tim Holt says, crispy dry, not just dry. I live in Florida, and so there was no way that I could do this yesterday. And last but not least, I am going to use India ink. I got this for Christmas from my husband, who bought me all kinds of art supplies. He said that's the end. He's out of art supplies to buy. But this is the P.H. Martin set 1. Now, let me just tell you that you could also do this with any of your distress sprays, gloss sprays, anything like that. So we'll do at least one of them with this distress spray. That is not as funky as this. So let's do that first. Okay, and this is the Winsor & Newton. These are the Winsor & Newtons. We're going to start with this. So this is the paint. Oh, I love all this. Okay, we'll do this one. Because I don't love doing this kind of spray. Because it is not permanent. Ooh, but look how beautiful that is. Let's see if the Diane Reevely Gloss Medium will come out. Oh, yeah, we got it. And that kind of spreads. What it does is it kind of spreads on that tissue paper. And so if you move it around, you can get it to soak in. So you could use this with any of your sprays. I'm going to do it with my India ink. And now, here's where the magic happens. Because Sandy's brilliant. We're going to take a piece of deli paper, put this on, and then we can let it dry and we can stack it up. And it won't stick to that deli paper as it dries. Now this stuff cleans up better because this is Tim Holtz stuff. It'll clean up with water, which is why I wasn't so worried about using the pan. But we're going to use the pan for these ones. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to do teal and India ink grass green. And you just want to get this all over here. Do a little shaky shake. We don't know the last time it got. Okay. So now we want to, boop, smoosh this down in our pan. And I am going to grab a Ranger texture paste to kind of push this down. And what will happen is that, are you heading out, honey? Oh, okay, good. Oh no, Desi has to go into work because they called her in. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. Ow. Okay.
Sparkles, glitter.
Sparkles, glitter. We got everything going on here, baby. All right, now we need to put our pan over here.
Are you using a brownie pan?
Yes. What do you mean? Don't tell your father.
Dad's sick.
I know. That's why he won't know we did it.
But there's going to be like a paint stain.
No, that's nonstick.
So you're saying what I need to get you for your freaking birthday?
Are some nonstick cake pans for my projects? Yeah. All right. I have a feeling that
That needs more blue.
More blue? Okay.
You put like 2 drops in it and a bunch of green.
Desi's going to rat me out to her dad. I know it.
I ain't no snitch.
You ain't no snitch.
Mama ain't raised no snitch.
I ain't no rat. No dirty rat. Do. And you can put the ink on from the front or the back. It will go.
See what I say? More blue.
It looks beautiful, sister. I almost feel like we need more blue. If you hadn't have said more blue, we wouldn't have hardly any blue.
Couldn't get rid of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're brilliant. Okay, give me a piece of deli paper right there. I'm getting
Are you using Publix deli?
No, I don't have Publix deli paper. I got that on the internet. Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, I love this. Oh, please.
Put my name in big, bold, white letters. Deslin.
Deslin said.
Oh, Sunday. Jocelyn goes, oh, is your mom coming today? Like, no, you got dad today. And she goes, is he loud like her? I'm like, no, he's right.
I'm infamous now at the, you gotta let Jocelyn know when I'll be there.
Yeah. I will let everyone in the group chat know my mom won't be there Sunday.
That's just wrong.
More blue.
More blue? Are you sure? Let's try this first. Look at this pretty flowery one.
Here, watch on you.
No. Somebody's escaping.
Sorry.
All right. That is cool. That's very bright. Okay. Let's get a piece of deli paper. All right, let's see what happens if we add water. Kind of thin this out a teeny bit. And I have a ton of the pearlies, so this is zinc pearly paper. I'm going to show you all these at the end. And I will probably speed through some of them. All right, let's try the water. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Okay. Oh yeah. So pretty. You can also smoosh it up a little bit, smoosh your papers up a little bit, and then just straighten them out, because if you don't, they could stick. Oh, Johnny's up roaming around. He's been feeling a little punky today. Let's see. That looks really blue when you put it in. Oh, let's try this one. This is the Liquitex stucco. It'll be interesting to see if the stucco resists or acts at, or if it sucks up the ink. And I'll be back to show you this, because a lot of these will change as they dry a little bit. Look at that stucco on this corner. That's that Seth Apter. Okay, now let's go to a different color. Let's start swooshing over into like a yellow-green. We're gonna have to clean out our pan for a purple. Here is another Winsor & Newton.
Come on.
You're out, baby. I love you. Have fun.
I will see you.
I'll save you some dinner. I'll just make you a little bit. Ooh, look at that. That is gorge. Oh my gosh, I can't even stand how much I like some of these. So there is Winsor & Newton. This is acrylic paint, and I think that is the thing that made me so surprised. This is pearly. I knew I liked the pearly, right? I've done this before, and I knew I liked the pearly, but I was so surprised that the Winsor & Newton, this is the ghost print of that. This is, oh, this turned out great. This is the Winsor & Newton. So the thing that to me is so cool, this is zinc ice, is that you don't have to have super fancy resist things. Now these are the ones that are okay. I love this one. I'm going to do some more of that one. This is the Ranger texture paste, and I've done Ranger texture paste before. I really like how it works as a resist too. Winsor & Newton. And then we're to the ones that aren't my favorites. This is the stucco that I don't think did very well, and I don't think the flaky texture paste did very well. This is a flip on the resist for the Ranger, but I'll use all of these. This is the stucco. Oh my goodness, this turned out really good. The problem just is that I don't love triangles. This is pretty. This turned out well. That is the pearly. This is the one with the Tim Holtz spray and Dina Wakley spray. This is pearly. This is that flaky texture. And the thing I don't like is it's hard to tell that they're flowers. And last but not least is this one that is pearly. So all in all, I think that this came out amazing. Oh, we have our 3 cards that we sopped stuff up with. Look how pretty this one turned out. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobsen, Artsy Fartsy Life.